Folks, a substantial number of grocery items are presently encountering a 50% surge in prices compared to last year, and some products may witness even steeper increases. The availability of grocery items has been significantly affected by extreme weather conditions. Unpredictable weather patterns have disrupted crop cultivation, resulting in enduring and costly food inflation. Here is a compilation of 20 food items that might potentially be twice as expensive as they were last year due to these circumstances. We kindly request your support by liking and subscribing to our channel for future updates. Number 1. Soybeans. Soybeans are a significant commodity used in various products from animal feed to cooking oil. Major soybean producers like the US, Brazil, and Argentina have faced erratic weather patterns, including droughts and floods, impacting crop yield. Moreover, the pandemic has led to an increase in labor and transportation costs, escalating production costs. Additionally, the global demand for soy-based products is rising due to the surge in vegetarian and vegan diets, exerting additional pressure on prices. Considering these factors, soybean prices are estimated to rise by about 10–15%. Number 2, tea. Major tea-producing regions such as India, China, and Kenya have been affected by unstable weather conditions, from droughts to heavy rainfall, impacting crop yields. Furthermore, labor shortages and higher wage demands, worsened by the pandemic, are driving up the cost of tea production. Combined with the increasing global demand for tea, these factors contribute to the upward pressure on tea prices. Therefore, it is anticipated that tea prices could increase by around 10–15%. Number 3. Onions. Onion prices are highly susceptible to weather changes. Unfavorable weather conditions, including heavy rains and heat waves, can significantly impact onion crop yields, particularly in major producing countries like China, India, and the US. Furthermore, the pandemic has resulted in increased labor and transportation costs, escalating production costs. On the demand side, onions are a staple ingredient in many cuisines worldwide, maintaining a consistent demand. Consequently, onion prices are expected to rise by approximately 10–15%. Number 4, potatoes. Potato prices are influenced by various factors. Unpredictable weather conditions, including heavy rainfall and cold snaps, can adversely affect potato yields in major producing regions like China, India, Russia, and the US. Rising labor and transportation costs due to the pandemic are also contributing to increased production costs. Meanwhile, potatoes continue to be in high demand globally, owing to their versatility and nutritional value. Given these factors, it is projected that potato prices could increase by around 10–15%. Number 5. Honey. Climate change has led to habitat loss and increased occurrences of diseases and pests that affect bee populations, leading to reduced honey production. Additionally, the cost of maintaining beehives is increasing due to rising equipment and labor costs. At the same time, honey remains popular for its health benefits and as a natural sweetener, contributing to steady demand. Considering these factors, the price of honey is expected to rise by around 10–15%. Number 6. Beef. The cost of beef is influenced by several factors. Rising grain prices, particularly corn and soybeans used as animal feed, directly impact production costs. Unfavorable weather conditions affecting the quality and availability of pasture can also result in reduced beef production. Additionally, labor shortages due to the pandemic and increased wages are further escalating costs. Meanwhile, beef continues to be in high demand globally, creating a demand-supply gap. As a result, beef prices are anticipated to rise by approximately 10–15%. Number 7. Strawberries. Strawberries are a labor-intensive crop, and labor shortages and increased wages are driving up production costs. Furthermore, strawberries are sensitive to weather changes, and unpredictable weather patterns, including frosts and heavy rainfall, can significantly impact crop yields. Additionally, the cost of transporting perishable goods like strawberries is rising due to increased fuel prices and pandemic-related disruptions. Therefore, strawberry prices are projected to increase by around 10–15%. Number 8. Garlic. Major garlic-producing regions like China and India have been facing number 8. Garlic. Garlic prices are being impacted by adverse weather conditions, resulting in reduced crop yields. Labor shortages and increasing fuel costs affecting transportation and processing expenses are also influencing garlic prices. Combined with the steady global demand for garlic, widely used in culinary applications, these factors are expected to drive up garlic prices by around 10–15%, Number 9. Peanuts. Peanut prices are influenced by various factors. Climate change effects, including drought and erratic rainfall patterns, are affecting peanut cultivation in major producing regions like China, India, and the U.S., resulting in reduced yields. Labor shortages due to urban migration and pandemic-induced disruptions, along with increasing fuel costs affecting transportation and processing expenses, are also impacting peanut prices. Given these factors, peanut prices are anticipated to rise by around 10 to 15%. Number 10. Pork. The cost of pork is subject to rise due to escalating prices of animal feed and labor shortages caused by the pandemic, leading to higher production costs. Additionally, diseases such as African swine fever can have a major impact on pig populations, reducing the supply. With the ongoing disruption in global trade and logistics due to the pandemic, these factors can result in a significant price increase of around 10–15% for pork. Number 11. Bread. The cost of bread is largely influenced by the price of wheat, its main ingredient. Weather disruptions in major wheat-producing regions are leading to reduced crop yields, causing wheat prices to rise. Furthermore, pandemic-induced labor shortages and logistical challenges have resulted in increased production, packaging, and transportation costs. Given these factors, the price of bread is anticipated to rise by about 10–15%. Number 12. Apples. Major apple-producing countries like China, the U.S., and Poland have experienced erratic weather conditions, including frosts and droughts, leading to reduced apple harvests. Labor shortages and rising transportation costs due to the pandemic have also increased production expenses. Meanwhile, apples continue to be in high demand globally due to their health benefits and versatility. As a result, apple prices are expected to rise by around 10–15%. Number 13. Milk. The cost of milk is influenced by several factors. The rising cost of feed and maintenance for dairy cows, especially in the wake of unpredictable weather patterns, is driving up production costs. In addition, labor shortages and increased wages, exacerbated by the pandemic, are affecting dairy farming. At the same time, milk remains a staple product globally, contributing to steady demand. Given these factors, milk prices could increase by around 10–15%. Number 14. Chocolate. The production of chocolate is facing several challenges. Climate change is affecting cocoa production in West Africa, where over 70% of the world's cocoa is grown. Rising temperatures and altered rainfall patterns can lead to decreased cocoa yields. Additionally, cocoa farming is labor-intensive, and labor shortages, along with increasing wages, are driving up production costs. The global demand for chocolate remains high and is growing in emerging markets like India and China, putting additional pressure on prices. Moreover, the cost of other key ingredients like sugar and milk has been increasing. Taking these factors into account, the price of chocolate could rise by around 10–15%. Number 15. Cheese. Cheese prices are impacted by several elements. Rising milk prices due to higher feed costs and unfavorable weather affecting dairy farming are driving up production expenses. Labor shortages due to the pandemic and increased wages further escalate costs. Additionally, the disruption in the supply chain has led to higher transportation expenses. Meanwhile, cheese continues to be in high demand globally, being an integral part of various cuisines. Therefore, the combination of high production costs and strong demand is likely to cause cheese prices to rise by around 10–15%. Number 16. Rice. Rice prices are affected by various factors. Weather disruptions such as floods and droughts in major rice-producing countries like India, China, and Thailand have resulted in lower yields. Furthermore, the global pandemic has led to increased labor and transportation costs due to supply chain disruptions and social distancing regulations. Additionally, as a staple food for over half of the world's population, the global demand for rice is high and rising, contributing to the upward pressure on prices. Considering these factors, the cost of rice could increase by around 10–15%. Number 17. Coffee. Coffee prices are heavily impacted by weather patterns and climate change, affecting coffee-growing regions like Brazil, Vietnam, and Colombia. Droughts, frosts, and increased occurrences of pests and diseases result in reduced coffee bean yields. Labor shortages and rising wages due to the pandemic also contribute to increased production costs. Simultaneously, the global demand for coffee remains high, creating a demand-supply gap that exerts additional pressure on prices. Consequently, coffee prices are predicted to rise by approximately 15–20%. Number 18. Poultry. The cost of poultry is influenced by various factors. The price of feed, particularly corn and soybean meal, key components of poultry diets, is increasing, directly impacting production costs. Outbreaks of diseases like bird flu can also lead to significant losses and reduce supply. Labor shortages due to the pandemic and rising wages further escalate costs. On the demand side, chicken remains a popular meat option worldwide, contributing to steady and growing demand. Given these factors, it is projected that poultry prices could increase by around 10 to 15%. Number 19, tomatoes. Tomato prices are susceptible to weather changes. Unfavorable weather conditions, including frosts, heat waves, and irregular rainfall, can adversely affect tomato crop yields, especially in major producing regions like China, India, and the United States. Additionally, rising labor and transportation costs due to pandemic-induced disruptions are escalating production expenses. On the demand side, tomatoes are a staple in many cuisines worldwide, ensuring steady demand. As a result, tomato prices are anticipated to rise by around 10-15%. Number 20, eggs. The price of eggs is influenced by several factors. The cost of poultry feed is increasing, directly impacting egg production costs. Disease outbreaks like bird flu can cause significant reductions in egg supply. Labor shortages and higher wages, exacerbated by the pandemic, are increasing production expenses. Meanwhile, eggs continue to be in high demand globally due to their nutritional value and versatility in cooking. The combination of high demand and rising production costs suggests that egg prices could increase by around 10-15%. We appreciate your continued support and hope this information aids you in making well-informed decisions regarding your food purchases and preparations for the expected price increases.